Hello, I am Paul Killian with X-Gear. X-Gear is honored and proud to be one of the official sponsors for the Ultimate Jam Night at the world famous Whiskey A Go Go. We will be providing the pedal boards and pedals for all the guitarists to plug into. The purpose of this video is to give you a quick overview of some of the pedals, what they do, so that you can familiarize yourself with them before you walk onto the Whiskey stage. This way you have a better idea and understanding of what options are available and diminish any confusion that might otherwise cause you to have a bad show. All right, let's go. We'll just jump right into it. Okay, so here we are on the stage. We got the Marshall amp, we got a guitar here, we got the pedals laid out here. We're gonna go through each one of them and show you guys what they do, what they sound like, and get an idea of how this all works out, okay? All right, let's do it. Unpacking the pedal bag is easy. We have probably have the Morley pedal in here for the jams. And then unlock the Velcro here. This will close up, get smaller. Nice zippers here. Up. And then just pop it out, grab the handles, like that. And then we have an extra cable here we can use for the wah-wah. We have the power supply that can go to the wah-wah coming off of the tuner power. And then we're gonna take the tuner, plug it into the wah-wah, and then take the guitar cable into the wah-wah. So there's a setup, and then we can turn it on with the switch up here. After we plug it in. Right now these are magnetic pedals, so these aren't Velcroed down, but for the shows they'll be Velcroed down. So yeah, all gonna work great. Look at that bright light there. And this one's the light's the smallest. But that's it. Got a happy face, means it's ready to tune. The red means that it's in kill mode, so there will be no sound will get through it. But the pedals will still make sounds if they were on. If these were all on right now, it'd be a lot of noise. Okay, that's it. The X-Gear pedals light up. So they'll be easy to see on a dark stage. I'm gonna go down each pedal from left to right. Let's do it. Here's the Echo Fish. Phaser. Chorus. Boost. Metal. Soul 5. Crush. Okay, this blinking light basically is the MXR Phaser 95. The blinking light lets you know how much speed you have. You'll see it'll go faster depending on what the speed is. So for now, I have it at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna cover this light up because it's a little bit distracting when trying to explain this video. I got the guitar turned down a little bit now. So starting at the top here, we have the Crush Overdrive. Then next up, we have not so overdriven Soul 5 Overdrive. And this can be changed with your foot. You can turn this and turn this down, turn the gain down. And then next up in line, we have the Max Metal. And then we have the Boost, which on a clean amp sounds really good, especially if you turn the volume up. What sounds really good is if you use the Soul 5 and the boost. Got a nice sound to it. Then for the chorus, with the typical chorus settings, here's just a quick overview. Then we have the MXR phaser, and we have our Echo Fish delay, which will kick in more if you have one of these horns on. The nice interesting thing about this Echo Fish is we have a drama switch here. Turn that on. Tap my toe in the front and turn it with my foot, be back at the regular setting. Adjust. So that's a pretty much brief overview of the pedals and what some of the sounds are like. I have the Soul 5 on, as you can see by the lights. I want to increase the gain. I'm going to use my foot. For my solos, I might use the boost. And to clean that up, I'll turn that down a little bit, so I just turn it down the side of my foot. And obviously your guitar is going to sound different. It's going to sound way different. Okay, the tuner is also a kill switch. You see the happy face, it means we're ready to tune. And it's your basic tuner. There's your A, little flat. D, G, B, E, low E, low E. And then turn your volume down on your guitar. For the crush, we have this meat knob. Turn that all the way up. I like it around 12 o'clock, a little bit past 12 o'clock. For the Soul 5, we got a treble knob, which adds a lot of brightness. For the Max Metal, one of the things about this is this switch here makes it very tinty and bright, depending on your amp and things like that. And basically your chorus, phaser, pretty much standard. Except for the analog, this is the analog delay. The mix knob will just add more. Down you get none. You got the time knob. And then the mix will just take delay out. One thing I wanted to mention is if you do use the amp dirty, a little dirty, the Soul 5 sounds great with that. For your leads, you can put on the boost. Here's some troubleshooting tips in case you're not getting any sound. When you walk up to the pedal board, everything should be turned off. You want nothing on. And you also want to make sure that the tuner's not on. So if you don't get any guitar sound, turn that on. Turn that on. Now, if you still have a problem, and let's say you turn one of the pedals on and you don't get any sound, most likely it's because the volume was set to 0. You can set the volume of these to 0 and you won't get anything out of it. So, see, pedal's not broken, you just need to turn up Turn the pedals off when you're not using them. Check all your cables, make sure all your cables connected and everything's plugged in. Make sure the wah-wah's plugged in and things like that if you're not using it. Then check to make sure the amp has both the standby and the on-off button on. You'll see the light and the standby should be off. A lot of guys know to turn the standby on when they're done. So those are the things. So if you're not hearing getting any tone, it's most likely because the tuner's on. Or a volume is turned down on one of the pedals. If you have the amp's gain set up a little higher, you won't need as much gain on the pedals. There the gain's at 0. So here we are back at the amp. Gain is set to 0. This pedal. And for the metal pedal, if you have the amp set to clean, you can add gain with the pedal. All right. Okay, I wanted to do a little close-up of the pedals so you can see what the controls were. So for all the X gear pedals, you'll have this illuminated bottom that brightens up when the pedal is on. So when the pedal is on, it gets brighter. You see that it will get brighter. Like this one's very obvious. You see the brightness of it. And then for the crush, you have some obvious controls. You have volume, bass, treble, and presence. And then this meat knob. And what the meat knob does is it will make the bottom end tighter, like when you're chunking the notes, and you can loosen it up to give it a more fuzz sound and that. Then you have a gain knob, and with the knob cap, you can control with your foot. For the Soul 5, you have the volume, treble, a boost, it's a 3-way boost, and the meat knob as well on this one, which does so similar to this meat knob over here. The thing is though, with the meat knob and the boost, you're gonna hear only when the gain is up. It's very sensitive that way, and this doesn't have the overdrive that this has. This has less overdrive. It's more of a soulful pedal, more of a clean amp. It sounds great on the distorted amps and sounds great actually too when you use it with this steampunk boost. And then you have the max metal, again, self-explanatory, volume, bass. You got a 3-way boost. The high is very high-endy. You almost got to be careful when you turn that on. And then you got the low and then the off and the high. And then we have the mid frequencies and a treble knob here. So, and then a gain, well, you can control with your foot. The steampunk, I tried out a bunch of these boost pedals, and this one's cool. That has a buffer, and it also the volume is great on it, and it just sounds awesome. It's a great pedal made by Rocket Audio. So we got the Nux Chorus. This one was one of the best ones I tried out of all the ones that I was testing out. It has a rate, width, and intensity. One thing about this, turn the thing on, got a nice quiet switch. Everything's cranked up right now. It's a good setting. And then we have the Phase 95. It has the 2 options here. I have this covered up with tape because it's just so bright. It's kind of annoying, but you can set it to 45 or 90. And I'm gonna cover this back up again because it's very, very bright, and it was too bright. So you can still see it, and then you got 45, and this is the 90 setting, the red setting. And then you have this knob here, which gives the script, which changes the sound a little bit. And then you have a really bright thing here, which is a little too bright, but it'll let you know it's on. And then we got our Echo Fish, which has the knob cap, so you can control with your foot. We have real simple mix, and what this does, it's just the guitar until you mix some of the delay into there, the analog delay. And then we have the repeat, and we have the time. So the time just changes in between, you know, how long the space is between it, and then the repeat is how long it's gonna repeat, obvious. And then we have this thing called the drama switch, and what that does is it sends everything kind of on 10, and then you can use this to make some crazy weird sounds and stuff like that with the guitar. It's not meant to be musical, it's more meant to be like kind of a noise thing, create drama. And if you can use this with your foot or your finger, and then when you're done, you can tap this with your toe, put it back on, and it just kicks it back to where it was, which is really cool. The Echo Fish analog delay. And yeah, that's it. So that's the pedals. And oh, of course, we have the tuner. Happy little guy here. Simple. When it's in the red, and this is still our demo, so I'm pretty sure this is right, but and it's in red, it's in tune mode. It's ready to tune. Got the happy face on there. And then when it's not, it can go through, the guitar can get through and all that. Also, it's power. So it powers all these pedals. Yeah, so that's what that's doing. So when you get on stage, it'll probably be set to this, so you'll see the face, and that'll let you know that it's being blocked. You know, the red means it's turned off. It's on the kill, it's killing the stuff going through. All the X gear pedals are true bypass, so that means you don't lose any tone and this and that. All right, so that's it. That's the close-up view of it. Anybody's interested, here's the bag. It's got a mesh pocket, keep all your stuff in there. You got your strings, your picks, very cool. This stuff to hold the pedal board down. But and it's very well made. Sent this back several times to make sure they got heavy-duty zippers, the leather, a nice strap with actual metal clasps on it to hold everything in place. So yeah, so cool, that's it. That's gonna be the boards for the show.
Thank you for watching this video. We are always open to ideas. If you have any suggestions or comments, please feel free to reach out to me at paulkillian1@gmail.com. You can share with me any suggestions, your likes or dislikes about the pedal boards. We are open to have a conversation and possibly modify and act on your suggestions. If you're interested in any of the pedals, you can find more information on our website or Amazon.com. We have a great storefront page on Amazon with tons of great videos for you to check out. Thank you for your time and have a great show. I'll see you at the whiskey. Bye now.